Well, a little bit of an injury intermission here. Nicholas Malik in a little bit of trouble. Well, we've talked about the desire and the willingness to win. It takes a lot of pain to make it through this, and credit to Malik. He's digging in there. Kim-hun, of course, 7 points to the good, and strolling around here as if he's just out for an afternoon shopping in London. But concern here for Malik. The USA team doctor along with the medics just making sure, as the Korean coach has a little chat with his fighter, trying to get some extra advice on the way here. Well, there's not much time left in the second period at all, and that's good news for Malik. He looks exhausted, out on his feet here. And the referee's going to dig into her pocket for a little video replay. She's been quick with the Gam-Johns for sure. And Kim-hun, well, he's been quick to get on the board himself. Well, they're just having a little conversation with the video review panel just to make sure that the correct points were added within that injury intermission. People came back, they started fighting, and they want to make sure that the points are on the board correctly. A handy gap though for Kim-hun. And Nicholas Malik in all kinds of trouble here. The Para World Championships here in the copper box. Well, the video review underway here, just making sure that any extra points need to be added. And Nicholas Malik of the USA, he most certainly needs all the help he can get. Well, within the impasse and intermission here, I'm more than delighted to be joined by Bradley Sinden, Great Britain's finest, and of course the fighter from Doncaster. I think everyone that comes from Doncaster knows how to fight. Sarah Stevenson will be joining me for the co-commentary tomorrow. She would echo that. And Bradley, of course, it's been a very successful couple of years for you. A new experience here at the Para Championships. Obviously we're watching Korea and the USA, but as we were just talking off mic, it's just athletes fighting.
Yeah, it's just the sport of Taekwondo. So Para Taekwondo and Olympic Taekwondo, to me it's just Taekwondo. Athletes, everyone's the same, coming in and competing in the sport they love.
And talking about competing in the sport you love, we'll give you a little bit of a resume here. Obviously winning the Junior European Championships back in 2015, making that big step into the Senior Worlds. And that was, I mean, super close to going even further than the bronze medal. Top class as it was, but you were a fine margin away from the next level.
Yeah, I was delighted to pick up a bronze medal at my first Senior World Championships. Bit disappointed. I hoped I could have progressed into the final and gone on to win the World Championships, but being my first, really good effort by me and performed the best I've ever had at that point. So just really good championships in general for me.
And of course, this is the stage that these fighters are at here as we wait for Nicholas Mackay and Kim-hun just to get this technical review done here. You'll have been through this quarter-finals of a World Championships. There's a video replay. Are you thinking about, you know, what are you thinking about? Have a rest, or do you think of a game plan?
For me, because I was trailing going into my third round, it was more in breaks like this, thinking, what am I going to do? How can I score? How can I get this fight back to win this for myself? More than having a break, it was more mentally preparing myself for what am I going to do? How can I break the fight down and to get the points back? And I managed to do it.
He most certainly did it in fine style. And Nicholas Mackay of the USA, well, he'll have to do the same here. 7 points down, not out of it yet, but we're into the last 10 seconds or so of this second round. I don't know if the score is going to change at all, but Kim-hun has been told to get on the go here. Back leg turning kick just missing. A little bit of a low one there from Nicholas Malachi. And that's going to catch another Gamjon and push him a little bit further apart here as we creep into the end of this second round. And I'll get your thoughts in a moment, Bradley, as to how to get back into this as Kim-hun batters the leg there of Malik. A low one, a sore one, and he doesn't have his problems to seek. There's Malachi of the USA. And Kim-hun, well, he's bossing it so far. 7-point gap though, not that big of course in para taekwondo, no head kicks, but you can still score the 3-point spinning kicks, and we know that Malachi has a back kick in his pocket. They're going to go back to their coaching corners, and of course with Martin Stamper being your coach, do you have obviously it evolves as the games go along, but how much of the game plan comes from Martin, how much comes from you? Is it worked out in training, is it worked out on the mat?
It's having that discussion in training to have your set game plan and just having faith in it and progressing. Then coming into the quarterfinals, especially going into the last round, losing, it's just going back to your coach, deciding what you need to do and going and putting that performance out in the last round.
And of course not just your national team coach, club coaches as well. You want to give them a little shout out and thanks for all the work you've put in over the years?
Yeah, well, club coach Martin Baker got me there since I was 4 years of age and has got me where I am today. Then Mark Moores from NTC, my club is King's Taekwondo, but trained with Mark Moores from NTC as well, and both of my coaches have helped me progress to where I am today, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them.
Yep, and lots more to come as we talked about possible comebacks that you manufactured for yourself in a similar situation at the World Championships. Malik of the USA, well, you may be from King's Taekwondo, but who's going to be the king of the ring in this one? 4-point gap as we reach towards, well, the last minute.
As you can see, it's just over. It's been disqualified for too many Gamjons, so the fight has ended and Kim from Korea has won.
Yep, and I don't think that Thomas Malachi is too pleased there. Like you, Bradley, you noticed with the fighter's eyes there, 10 Gamjons in the book. And it's all over. Kim-hun, of course. Well, we mentioned coming into this one, Korea, a powerhouse in Olympic Taekwondo, just beginning to develop now in para Taekwondo. But I do fancy that you would know something a little bit about this next matchup where we have Great Britain's Amy Truesdale against Debra Menezes of Brazil. Looking forward to this one, Bradley.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Amy can perform. I've seen her in training and progressing in training, and the other para taekwondo guys, seeing them come on and how good they've progressed since I've seen them, watching them train. And Amy's just really something else for me, like seeing her train, really good. And she does Olympic taekwondo as well, like she sometimes does that, and just won the national championships in Olympic taekwondo, and hopefully goes and smashes the para taekwondo worlds.
But of course we'll be nice and balanced. You can support Amy, I'll support Deborah Menege, but I understand what you mean, because having spoke with Andrew Deere, who's also a former athlete and now coach, he talks about the work ethic, and I know yourself, you never say die, you're always fighting, and Amy Truesdale epitomises that, and she's going to need it, because Deborah Menege is tough, aggressive, and the Brazilian really brings that.
Yeah, you can't scratch anyone off the fight. It could go either way, then we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep, lots to look forward to as they run through the technical repairs here, getting the electronic protectors up and ready. And both athletes composed, as Bradley's told us. They've worked on their game plans in training, and they are ready to go here now. Final chats with the referee, and we'll get a little word on the Grand Prix up and coming in the next couple of days during the gaps between this one. But it is, of course, round number 1, typical body armour test. Do you ever think about having an extra powerful kick here just to annoy them?
No, to me it's just testing the body armours, make sure they work. Then for me as a fighter, testing the head guards as well to make sure everything's going to go smoothly in the fight.
You do surprise me. I've heard different stories from Martin Stamper about you, but we'll take your word for it. As we see, Nemes, the stockier of the two, the shorter in terms of footwork, but she does like to move forward. Hook kick attempt on the inside from Amy Truesdale. She's the fighter in blue, and working at a good distance so far, Bradley.
Yeah, see, she's getting Brazil on the back foot and getting her hooks in there, and that's one of the best techniques I've seen so far. It's just trying to get control of the fight from either of the players.
And she has indeed controlled it with a little 2-point shot. Tries with another back leg turning kick. Good covering on the inside from Nemes. It's a good mover. She's got good control of distance, gets in close and then battles away with hook kicks of her own. But Amy Truesdale beginning to get her confidence now, find her range. And of course, you will find out, as we mentioned in the Grand Prix, there can be pressure if you're the home athlete.
Yeah, it can be pressure because you want to do well for the crowd, do well for your family. But on the other hand, it depends how you take it, because now seeing that you've got the whole crowd supporting you, it's a really good atmosphere and buzz for yourself, and you just want to put a good show on for the crowd.
No question about it. Bradley Sinden giving us the wise words here of the elite athletes. Attempted back kick there from Nemes. She's not found her distance easy to come by. Went with the back kick round the corner again. But Amy Truesdale, as we creep towards the end of the first round, well, no more scores so far. Tries a little hook again, and she's controlled the distance expertly. Stays in the ring, avoids the gamjon, and that's pretty much a textbook first round, Bradley. Yeah,
she's done well. As I've seen, Amy is creeping into the distance, then enticing Brazilian, and as she's come in, she's picked her off twice and scored both times, so good first round for Amy.
And indeed, the first round will give way very quickly to the second. An abbreviated rest between just 30 seconds for the Para World Championships, which makes it tough to recover, but we know how fit both fighters are. Deborah Nemes, well, she was really battling forward. The Brazilian, Amy Truesdale, as we heard from Bradley, in top condition, doing the Olympic Taekwondo and Para Taekwondo, adept at both, and she's got a useful little lead here.
I've seen Amy put the pressure on, got a nice front leg stab in, then managed to capitalise a second shot after that. Deborah has just got a gamjon for pushing Amy out of the ring.
Yep, and a sneaky little punch as well. Punches don't score, but that gamjon does extend the lead for Truesdale. And true to form, she's in the lead here. World number 1. And as Bradley's told us, using that, well, we would call it pressure, but she sees it as motivation, breaking out the back kicks as well. And really just keeping it in second gear here, just rolling along nicely.
Yeah, just seeing what she has to do then. I've seen her in training, she can step it up if the fight needs it, but she's got a comfortable lead at the moment, and hopefully can extend the lead even further.
Well, I'm sure Deborah Nemes will be disagreeing with that. Can she find something back into this, the Brazilian? But as you say rightly, Amy Truesdale deserving this one so far. Back leg missing again. The distance not there for the Brazilian, and that's due to the control of Amy Truesdale. And she's controlling this match as she sneaks another shot in under the guard there. 11 to the good. A nice push kick makes it 13. Well, she just keeps on scoring here on the cusp. She probably won't get the 20-point gap here, and we'll get a chance to have a little chat about the upcoming Grand Prix, which will of course start tomorrow. Thoughts, expectations, hopes for that one, Bradley?
To me, it's just going out there and giving the best performance I can. I never really have expectations. It's just, to me, performing as best as I can, then hopefully picking up a medal.
And what day are you competing on?
I'm fighting tomorrow, Friday, as well as minus 67s and plus 80s. I fight minus 68s.
Good man. So minus 68. Look out for Bradley Sinden. Give him lots of support. I'm sure this place will be packed and rocking as well. And lots to look forward to that, and much appreciated for taking the time and coming and sharing your knowledge, as we have shared an excellent battle here. Here we go, round number 3. Thought about a spinning technique there. Good push from Nemes. She's not giving up on it, but very close now, Bradley, to that 20-point gap.
Yeah, Amy seemed really nice and composed, and you could see like just coming out in the 3rd round and thinking about trying to spin, then just trying one of the targets, so just trying to work on it, see if you can push the score even further.
Yeah, and she certainly pushed Nemes to the brink here. The Brazilian, well, she was very aggressive in her first 2 fights. This one, no, you hesitate to see overmatched. She's not stopped kicking, she's not stopped trying. Can't really get on the scoreboard, so the defence of Truesdale has been perfect. Lands in another little turning kick. And this one, well, it would be credit to Nemes if she can see it out, but she cannot. We've reached the 20-point gap, and true to form, Amy Truesdale marches on to the semi-final, and she did that with relative ease, Bradley.
Yeah, she seemed really comfortable and composed throughout that fight, and hopefully she can take it onto the semi-final and hopefully the final.
And hopefully, I know you've got to get yourself prepared and ready. If time allows, do pop back over, but if you need to go and get a rest, please do so, because I know you've got your preparations. Is the draw being made? Do you know which match number or what time, more or less?
I think I'm match number 6, so I don't know what time it will be on, but probably about an hour and a half into the day.
Yeah, so probably mid-morning. So look out for Bradley Sinden, mid-morning. But from all of us at the moment, thanks a lot.
Thank you too.
Well, great to have the athletes' insight there. Commiserations, of course, to Debra Menes of Brazil. Couldn't manage to go any further. Came up against Amy Truesdale in fine form. And that, of course, advances her to the semi-final position. And plenty of quarter-final action upcoming on court number 1. USA, Uzbekistan, France, India, Turkey and Morocco, all on their way for your entertainment. The Superman theme rings around the arena. Who's going to be the superwoman in this one? India against France. Aurora Vena against Laura Schell. And they are just getting their head guards put into position here. And they are ready for action. Laura Schell, she's in blue. Aurora Vena, her opponent, coming forward. But just a minor delay there, just making sure that obviously all the corner judges and the centre referee cannot be from the nations that are on the mat fighting. So one of the corner judges just changed over there. Nothing surreptitious or untoward, it was just an error in process, and they switched one match from one court to the other. And they've now changed the referee around with the corner judges. So all fair and above board and ready to go here. Well, thumbs up from the video replay adjudication panel. They are now in place. Centre referee can get the action underway. Aurora Vena from India against Laura Schell of France. Quarter-final action in the 58 kilogram and above grouping. Of course, the winner of this could be up against Amy Truesdale of Great Britain, who advanced in fine style just moments ago against Debra Menezes of Brazil. Referees are happy. Or not so, just one more test required, and this will be the last free shot that Vena Aurora gets. She's now going to have to work for them all. Schell against Aurora, France against India, quarter-final. Round one underway here. Schell pushing forward, nice push kick to the body there. Aurora lands with a thump there, and the Gamjon on the board. Laura Schell working front leg, just almost scoring there. Well covered by Aurora Vena of India. Vena doing well just to block on the inside. Now Rochelle pushing forward, probing with that front leg, looking for some options. Good push kick again there from Shell. It's knocked Aurora Vena off the mat, so it's going to be another Gamjon, and that's going to help the cause of Shell of France. She'll be happy with that one for sure. Trying to score on her own right here. A couple of back leg turning kicks. Aurora Vena with a front kick of her own there. Well, concentrating on blocking is the Indian fighter so far. Vena finds a space for the front leg. But not enough power on it. Shell beginning to get her distance right now and scores another simple shot to the body. Perfect front leg counter again there from Laura Shell. Pops it in, scores a nice one. Well, a very useful first round here on the World Para Championships here in London, in the Copper Box Arena. A fine stage for these fighters, and it's fine viewing for France at the moment. Good front leg again, followed round the back there by Shell. Good key of confidence as well from the French fighter in blue. Landed some telling shots. Can Aurora Vena get on the board? Good back kick there again from Shell. She's getting the confidence up for sure. Well, tough for Aurora Vena there. Takes the Gamjon. Not been able to engage in this quarter-final fight at all. Has to get her legs up and get something moving. Good on her. Tries the front kick there. Gets close. But Laura Shell responding resolutely there. Well, we're deep into the second round here, and in deep waters at the moment. Aurora Vena, can she find some response? Well, good, wonderful kicks there from Shell, just landing cleanly, and she lands herself even further into the lead here, creeping forwards to that 20-point gap. Well, it's all about the fighting spirit now of Aurora Vena of India. Can she get herself a little score on the board, which her hard work would merit, you would think? But I'm sure Laura Shell disagrees completely. She wants to get this done in double quick time, get that 20-point gap and get herself prepared for a potential semi-final with Amy Truesdale of Great Britain. Nice back leg turning kick, scores cleanly, and again, well, she's racking up the points now, Laura Shell. And one more, and it's going to be the end of the Para World Championships for Aurora Vena of India. Credit to her, a couple of good front kicks, but no real scoring threat. And Laura Shell marches on. Lovely show of respect, as is customary. And the broadest grin of all is for Shale. Into the semi-finals and into the medal matches as well. Minimum of a bronze medal guaranteed here at the Para World Championships. And she'll be going for gold for sure. Semi-finals, well, they will be in the next part of the session. And Lara Shale, by a convincing point gap, gets it done. So next we will have Turkey against Morocco. And the classification 44. And that's the plus 58 kilogram grouping. Nurcan and Kechina against Rahe Acha-match. Well, the empty chair tells you a story. Athletes are ready and in position. And the referees, well, they are stretched thin across the four courts here. So hopefully the referee and the corner judges will join us soon. And the quarter-final can commence. Well, the referee's filing in now. Robert Cooper from Denmark, the centre referee, will run the rule over this one. Video replay cards going to be handed out, of course, to both coaches. And the fighters are ready for action. Turkey against Morocco will be our next matchup here in the plus 58 kilogram quarter-final contest. Well, Nurcan Akinci trots on to the mat. She's the fighter in blue from Turkey. Raji Acha-match, gum guard in, head guard on. Akinci against Acha-match. Acha-match coming forward straight away with the back leg turning kick. Lands it nicely, does the Moroccan. Slightly the taller of the two, has the reach advantage. And as Akinci steps out, she takes a sore one on the way through. Credit to her fighting spirit. Hangs on in there. Akinci reaches in with the push kick. And again, trying to get the distance right. Good counter from Acha-match. Well, Acha-match just stealing a bit of a lead here. Good lay down the marker in the opening round. Back leg turning kick, landing cleanly for the Moroccan. Good block that time there from Akinci. Covered up, but not that time. Left the door open, left a little space. That's 8-point gap now. 20 seconds left in this first round. Well, Acha-match, a great start for the Moroccan. Less so for Nurcan Akinci, the Turk. Well, she took a real sore one on the opening start of that round. And the coach and doctor just having a little look at it in the corner here. David Cooper, the centre referee, just doing the running repairs on the arm protectors. Cooperation between athletes and referees, well, we didn't always think it was possible, but there it is. And perfect evidence for you. Acha-match, well, she'll not be so charitable, you would imagine. Has the 8-point gap and is good value for it. Controls the distance well. Good push kick there from Akinci. She's got herself A couple of points on the board. Close to a Gamjon as well there. Getting ever closer. Nura-chan Akinci halving the deficit. Arm guard in place. And Acha-match is going to have to be on her guard as well. Good backline turning kick from Moroccan, landing cleanly. Into the last minute of this second round. A real battle now. Good footwork there from Akinci, shifting back. She's certainly got her game plan a little bit better organised here. Nura-chan Akinci just steps back, gathers her breath, looks for an option here. Komachi of Morocco is doing a shift back right leg turning kick on each occasion. So Akinci seems to have figured that out. There it is though, lands again cleanly. Well, if at first you don't succeed, just kick them in the body. Komachi's going to retain that 6-point gap she started the round with. And Akinci, a better round for her, 4 on the board. 1 round to go in this one. Six-point gap into the third period here. Acha-match extends it again. Good front leg counter. Good work from the Turk, Nura-chan Akinci. She's pulling herself back into this one. 4-point game again. Looking for a space on her way through. Nura-chan Akinci, a 4-point deficit at the moment, trying to pull herself back into this one. Acha-match of Morocco, good shift back right leg turning kick. She's got that down to a T, and it's worked well against the Turk as we reach into the last 45 seconds of the third round. Trying to work her way forward. Good attempt there from Akinci of Turkey. World Championship medal minimum at stake here. Trying to get into that semi-finals to grab at least a bronze. Raji Acha-match is going to take the Gamjon. It's going to cut it to 3 points now. 20 seconds left. Akinci pushing, probing, looking for a space. Back leg turning kick from Acha-match. He doesn't score. Well, we're into the last 10 seconds now. Needs a back kick, does Akinci of Turkey, to try and get herself into the Para World Championship semi-final. At the moment, Raji Acha-match, well, she's closed it down, stays in the mat, and she finds herself into the semi-finals. Raji Acha-match of Morocco. Top class performance, pushed all the way to the end there by Nura-chan Akinci. And the winning smile from the winning athlete, and a wonderful moment for coach and fighter. Into the semi-finals. Super stuff from Raji Acha-match. Plus 58 kilograms, semi-finals beginning to come together. Amy Truesdale in there. Raji Acha-match likewise. Plenty more para-taekwondo action on its way. The next quarter-final. Athletes just readying themselves. By my mathematics, which is often wrong, it's Uzbekistan against the USA. But I'll confirm that with you in just a couple of seconds. Yes, indeed, confirmed for you. It is Naimanov Gulen-off of Uzbekistan against Alicia Fensalt of the USA. Fensalt in red, of course. Naimova Gulen-off. Just making sure there, the referee, that the electronic sensor is working. That's good refereeing, just adapting to the situation. He's in charge, and I hope the battery's fully charged. He's going to be in charge of the match at the end of this one. USA against Uzbekistan. Alicia Fensalt, well, she looks poised and ready, as she should. World Championship semi-final at stake here. This one in the plus 58 kilogram grouping. Naimova and Fensalt. The Uzbek in blue, the American, the opponent in red. Good back leg turning kick there from Fensalt. Naimova trying to change the angle against the taller fighter. Back leg turning kick, almost landing. Fensalt presenting a small target, just closing off that shoulder round, covering as much of the body protector as possible. Fensalt does well to block that hook kick and scores a nice right leg turning kick there. Alicia Fensalt, can she get a little bit further forward, holding the centre of the mat? Good back leg turning kicks from Naimova. Fensalt, a picture of concentration. Naimova, real frenetic action from her kick after kicks. Doesn't do a lot of footwork to get into the distance, just likes to kick her way in, which is the signature of a brave fighter, but fortune favours the brave there for Fensalt. Doubles her lead, 4-0 now. Bit of a low foot clash there from both fighters. Made of tough stuff, the two. Back kick there from Fensalt. Well, she wound up for it. And she's really got her eye in now. Alicia Fensalt, zeroed in on the target, scoring well. Well, Naimova Gulen-off from Uzbekistan. Couple of good victories earlier in the day. Can she convert here? Para World Championship semi-final at stake here, and at the moment, Alicia Fensalt, good value for this 4-0 lead. Back leg turning kick from Naimova, tries to start quickly, goes with another one, good counter, and it is Naimova. Her aggression paying off there. A low leg block there from Fensalt. She takes the Gamjon, and that takes Naimova back into this one. Closely fought match. Credit to Naimova, she was 4 down at the start of this second round, back in it now. Good back leg turning kicks there from Naimova. Well, expert blocking from Fensalt, to be fair. She's just lost a bit of offensive momentum here, has the USA athlete in red. Just needs to step back on the gas a little bit. Naimova working hard with these turning kicks. A little bit of holding on the inside there, so Naimova, credit to her, turned it around here. Last 30 in the second round. Good footwork from Naimova, shifts in, lands a little bit low there. Alicia Fensalt covers up. And the American, well, she's been pulled right back into a real battle now. 4 apiece at the end of the round. And Alicia Fensalt limps back to her corner. We'll contrast that with Naimova Gulen-off, who's coming on strong here. 4 each, semi-final at stake. Well, here we go. Naimova against Fensalt. The American had the momentum. Naimova back into this one now. Naimova Gulen-off trying to shift round, changing the angle of attack here in this heavyweight contest. Back leg turning kick there from Fensalt. It's just lost a little bit of her power there. She's just burning out slightly. And she will, of course, feel the burn with the amount of work that she's doing here. Which leg to use? That's always difficult to choose. Well, this one evening up now. Fensalt trying to find some momentum again in the last 30 seconds. 1 point gap in this one. Naimova Gulen-off had it all to do. She pulled herself back into it. Alicia Fensalt will not give this one up. Both reeling and rocking. Naimova finds the body shot, pulls herself into the lead, into the last 10 seconds now. Now really feeling the burn now. Fensalt has nothing left in the legs. And which one's it going to be? It is Naimova Gulen-off in the last second. What a fight and what a performance to get into the World Championship semi-final. Well, they played the Superman theme on the way in. The galaxy of stars here will include Naimova Gulen-off. And she puts herself into World Championship contention. Unlucky there from Alicia Fensalt. She looked as if she had it done, then it went away from her. She came roaring back, but beaten by the clock. And beaten by the better fighter. Naimova Gulen-off, semi-final time. Not bad. Madi Pour-Rahnama of Iran against Gabriel Amado Garagaza. Both of them big names in Taekwondo. Well, who's going to be the big man at the end of this one, Iran or Spain? Pour-Rahnama, he's the man in blue, but you can guess for yourself. Garagaza, the opponent in red, the taller of the two, the Spanish fighter. Pour-Rahnama, three-time world champion, the Iranian in blue, starts with a perfect front leg pop to the body, lands it clean. He's only lost one fight in 4 years. And he avenged that today with the win against Kolov of Russia. Back kick attempt there from Amado Garagaza. But no shortage of aggression here. Pour-Rahnama working hard. Food for thought for Amado Garagaza. The Spanish fighter up against it. A little discussion there, looking for extra points potentially to be added. Indeed, the centre referee doing a fine job. And it's going from bad to worse at the moment for Gabriel Amado Garagazada of Spain. Madi Pour-Rahnama from Iran moving well here as we move into the closing stages of the first round. And it's been business as usual for the man from Iran. Well, a native of the Anzali port back in Iran. His dad was a boxer, so combat sports running in the family. Can he run into the semi-finals here and grab himself a medal? All to play for in this second round. Amado Garagazada has to try and get back into this one. Ahmad Pour-Rahnama, more than deserving this lead. A top quality fighter in his own right. Back leg tourniquet lands, a lot of power there. That looked like a sore one. Amado Garagazada going from bad to worse. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue here. He's waved to his coach to say that that's enough. Maybe carrying an injury. Yep. Rafa, the coach, combining there with the Spanish athlete Garagazada just to make the decision and getting it done in double quick time. Madi Pour-Rahnama makes it look easy, far from it. And who would want to fight him? Not too many, and he's not got too many more to go. Can he get a fourth world title? Well, who would bet against him? So there is confirmation for you, quarter-finals, men's under 75 kilograms. Madi Pour-Rahnama, well, he's into that semi-final berth now. Medal minimum, but he's going for gold. And of course, in the little impasse here, as we wait for Laura Schell against Acha-match. Morocco against France. There is, of course, much more Taekwondo to come. The Para Championships. Taekwondo now in the Paralympics, but Olympic Taekwondo in the offing as of tomorrow. So tune in to the BBC website and indeed the red button for plenty of action. Grand Prix time, Olympic qualifiers, British favourites, of course. Bianca Walton, Jade Jones, Mahama Cho, Bradley Sinden. Just 4 of the many up for your entertainment. Well, if you were quick, you will have noticed a slight change on the scoreboard there. Salic against Feyfan-off. Turkey against Russia. And that one will be with us in just a few moments. Well, we mentioned those British legends of Jade Jones, Bianca Walton, Muhammad Cho, Latila Muhammad, of course, unfortunately injured on the way into this one. But he'll live to fight another day for sure. But lots to fight for in the Grand Prix up and coming. Most important up and coming, hopefully, will be the next quarter-final here in the under 75 kilogram grouping. Turkey against Russia is slated to start. Referee is ready. Well, our centre referee by way of Mongolia, the man in the middle. Well, Feyfan-off against Salic, Russia against Turkey, all European affair. Fought it out in the European Championships before. Russia was the winner. Will it be so again? Feyfan-off was in fine form earlier in the day. Well, what a start this one's been. Salic against Feyfan-off, sharing 10 points straight away. Back leg turning kick lands. What a shot there from Feyfan-off, and fair enough from him. Salic will take the Gamjon for holding, and it's a 3-point game. Well, they've not wasted any time. As I said, they fought each other in the European Championships. They know their way, and oftentimes when you come up against someone that you fought before, it's just straight into battle, and they've not wasted a single second here. Back kick, an absolute beauty there from Feyfan-off, followed by the push kick. And the man from Mongolia giving out the Gamjon. Well, tactically it's been excellent so far from the smaller Salic, the Turk in blue. Trying to work away on the inside. Good push from Feyfan-off. Well, they had that big win against Morocco earlier in the day. Well, the Moroccan sustained a knee injury, so mercifully he's okay. Feyfan-off, well, his thoughts are far from that. They're on the business at hand, and the man in his face at the moment is Salic. Wasting no time. Nice little push kick, makes it 12-10. Salic off for a stroll down the high street there. Needs to catch his breath. It's been impulsive stuff from both. The Turk gets caught in the headlights, pushed to the body, and pushing it all the way here. Well, good response there. Misses with a big back kick, leaves the space, and Feyfan-off, well, he was 5 points up. He's been cut to 1. And Fatih Salic is back in this one. Vladimir Feyfan-off with the 1-point lead. Well, here we go. 15-14 in the first round. 29 points shared. And they share another minute and a half here as they share A show of respect. Referee making sure the head guard's in place. Good to see. And seeing clearly now is Salic. Can he see his way back into this one? A point down. Good back leg. Anticipation shot there from Feyfan-off. A real feisty fight here. Both men going at it hard, looking for a shot. Good shot again from Salic. Sneaks round the back. Feyfan-off thought about the back kick. Thinks better of it. Well, it's really ebbing and flowing here. 22-19. Well, changes straight away. This is more of a basketball score here. Both men making that continuation from their fight in the European Championships, which Feyfan-off won, and he's just pulled himself back into this one. 25-24. Well, they've shared almost 50 points, and we've still got 30 seconds left in the second round here. Oh, back leg turning kick, an absolute peach. Whacks to the body, as clean as you like. Salic understandably looks tired, tries to punch and close. Of course, no points for punching, but helps you to close the distance as we reach the distance here in the second round. Ready to retreat to their coaches for a well-earned rest. Well, I'm going to add up 31 plus 24, so 30 plus 20 is 50, 55 points. Now, my mathematics is shocking, but that is an incredibly high score. What a match, and still a round to go. Oh, what a match this has been so far. High scoring, high intensity. And if you're tuning in looking for any British local interest, well, Amy Truesdale was into the semi-final, due to kick off around 6 p.m. British Standard Time. But standing the test of time at the moment has been the game plan of Feyfan-off. He came in as the favourite. He's now stretching further forward. Salic tries to score on his own though. Well, what a match this is. Salic really battering his way through here. Has to work in the close distance. Good jumping back kick as well. Well, I'm not even going to try and add it up. All that matters now is there's a 3-point gap now. Feyfan-off and Salic ebbing and flowing here. Back leg turning kick misses from the Turk. Into the last 30 seconds. What a fight this has been. Russia against Turkey, turning on the style here. Feyfan-off down the stretch. Vladimir Feyfan-off against Fatih Salic here. That Gamjon is going to make it a little bit more possible now for Salic. He's 4 points down, 20 seconds left. World Championship semi-final at stake, medal minimum. Good push from Feyfan-off. Salic batters one under the guard, like dives. Feyfan-off, big back kick. And he does a hop and a skip, and he's going to do a jig of delight because he is into the semi-finals. The Russian was made to work every second. But Vladimir Feyfan-off with a jumping push kick to finish. Finishes with a flourish, 41-35. I'm not sure I can remember a higher scoring match ever. But there's the man of the moment, Vladimir Feyfan-off. What a performer, and he marches on to the semi-final. Fatih Salic of Turkey, well, great credit to him. It's not often you score 35 points and come out on the losing side. But it is the Russian who's into the semis. Well, after that, I'm sure we've all earned just a momentary respite, and the next match is coming up in just a few seconds' time. Looks to be Serbia and Russia, and they will be with us in just a few moments. And here we go. It is Serbia against Russia. Spajic against Isilbarov. Izaldebirov. I'll try that one again. Apologies. Don't tell him I said that. He might come over and kick me. But Spajic has the lead. The Serbs starting with the Gamjon. Good response. Izaldebirov working away on the inside. A real intense battle now. Two-point gap. 30 seconds gone in this one. What a tussle this has started already. Magomeda Gazir. Izaldebirov has the lead. Nikola Spajic working away. Spajic back in this one. Great back kick there, and a little poke out point as well from Izaldebirov. The 3-point back kick separating them. Big power punch from Spajic. Clearly the referee seeing some holding on his side. Izaldebirov dropping in the lesser spotted double kick there. And the Serb, well, he may be a red belt, but he's... I hate to see him when he gets his black belt. He's a tough competitor. Still in this one. End of the first round. 9-point gap. Well, it's just changed there. 22-11. 11 to the good in favour of Team Russia. Izaldebirov has the advantage. Izaldebirov of Russia against Spajic, the Serb. A little bit too much support there from Team Serbia. The referee doing well just to send the extra coaches back to their seats. And they're underway. Back kick just missing round the corner from Isalderbirov. And he's got that left leg working nicely. Back kick lands low though on the inside. Both men quite happy to let it go. Likewise, the referee. Unintentional low blow. Nikola Spajic clawing his way back into this one. A nice little shot as well from both men. Well, a 4-point game now. High scoring stuff here at the World Para Taekwondo Championships. Isalderbirov losing a little bit of momentum here. The Russian, the Serb coming on strong. Spajic trying his utmost. Six-point game now in favour of Isalderbirov. He's making it look pretty good here. Not easy against Spajic, who's continuing to battle away. 8-point gap now. Look at the intensity from Spajic, firing across the ring here, trying to score, doesn't, but getting ever closer. What a match this has turned out to be. 7-point game now. Still a round to go. Trying to shoot around the corner there with Spajic. Isalderbirov though. Great value. And deserving of the lead so far. Well, here we go for the third round. Isalderbirov 32 against 23. Spajic. Russia and Serbia really serving up a classic here. Nice head fake there from Spajic, just drawing his opponent in, trying to get Isalderbirov to come forward, but the Russian wise to it. Takes a gamjon though. Magomedagazir Isalderbirov has a very strong lead, but what a strong competitor Spajic, the Serb, is. And it's not just determination and tenacity, it's not adjectives you throw around, it's game plan, it's style. And plenty of ferocity as well from both fighters. Back leg turning kick, blocked well. Leaves himself open there. Nice play from Isalderbirov. Saw the back kick coming, popped up the leg, and moves into the last 30 seconds, but moving closer. Nikola Spajic coming on strong. Can he sum it up? He's out on his feet here. Good block there from Isalderbirov. 4-point game now. Spajic back into this one. The referee, will it give a gamjon? He does, for holding. And hanging on is Isalderbirov. Last 10 seconds. Good work from the referee, making sure that the gamjon has been added. Well, of course, the Gamjon was called for by the referee, and it didn't go onto the scoreboard. So it should be 34-31. The referee signalled for the Gamjon. Well, tense times now. Centre referee clearly signalled for Gamjon. To my eyes, which are often wrong, well, they're not this time. The video replay card is returned. It is successful. The Gamjon was signalled, but the point didn't go on, so it will indeed go to 34-31. My goodness me. I want to talk about fighting spirit. Both men going for it. Good push kick there from Eldabirov. Closes the door on the efforts of Spajic, who will not give up. Into the last seconds here. Back kick spin on the way through. Wow, what a match there. Magomed Azir, Eldabirov of Russia, 38-35 against Nikola Spajic of Serbia. Both men fighting to the finish and finishing with great quality. The Russian, well, he's into the semi-finals. Great match. And whatever 35 plus 38 is, well, all I know is it added up to great entertainment. Well, as we mentioned at the very outset, the Para World Championships here evolving and growing year on year, and this is the first time it's been involved in an Olympic cycle, so there has been a few delays, there's no question about it, but when the athletes have been allowed to do their thing, my goodness, they have delivered. Top class fighters, to a woman and to a man, and to our sport, they are a great credit. A tough act to follow now for the next quarter-final. I'm just trying to look over the shoulder. I think it may be Russia against the USA. I certainly can see the USA in the corner. I think it's Felix Sabates. It may be Georgi Coupie-ev as well. Russia and the USA, long-standing sporting rivals in various sports. And they're going to bring that here now to Para Taekwondo to add their own little bit of history here. Looking to make history later on. Great Britain's Amy Truesdale into the semi-finals, due to start around 6 p.m. As I said, we've had delays. We'll update you on any schedule changes. One thing that won't change is the desire of both men here to advance. Sabates against Coupie-ev. I was very impressed by Felix Sabates, who was continually pushing forward. Well, Renata Kratic, the sharp-eyed Croatian referee, I think she's just having a little conversation to make sure that the correct body protectors are on the correct athletes. And that's exactly what it is, yep. A little hand jive from the ref there, signalling they've got the protectors round the wrong way. Well, Felix Sabates and Alexander Coupie-ev exchanging body protectors, but not exchanging a smile or any pleasantries. It was business there. Handed over the protector, but they will not want to hand over the advantage. World Championship medal in the offing. as we said, it's about learning, it's about evolving and developing. The athletes have treated us to top-class taekwondo. And they now have the correct body armours on. Oh, here we go, on the right side of the mat this time. Abatis and Coupie-ev. Georgi Coupie-ev, the man in blue. Felix Abatis, America's finest. He likes to try and get into that close distance and work away here. Back leg turning kick there from Coupie-ev, scores nicely. Abatis on the move, Coupie-ev working his way back into this one. Tries the big back kick, well blocked there by Abatis, landed low though. Cut the Russian off at the pass. Felix Abatis shifting back and forward in the straight line. Changed his tactics for this one. Coupie-ev definitely took a low kick to the back of the leg. Nice show of respect. Renata Krajcic, the Croatian referee, a former fighter, so she knows a legitimate injury when she sees one, and she'll know a legitimate point, as does Coupie-ev, as he lands another double on the way through. Well, he's caught Felix Abatis unawares here. But we know the American has the fighting spirit, but look at the technique. Georgi Coupie-ev doubles, back kicks, and nice little shots on the inside, and he's making short work of it so far. 30 seconds left. Huge Kia, which means to shout, and what a double technique there. Georgi Coupie-ev. Well, my goodness, the athletes are delivering here. Back leg turning kick just missing, well covered by Felix Abatis, who's trying to get something on the board, just a gamjon, and he's really feeling the pressure now. Georgi Coupie-ev putting on a fine show, dropping in the doubles and the back kicks as we move towards the very end of the first round. Well, the glove has gone, as I should say it's the foot protector that's gone, but failing to protect himself so far has been Abatis from the storm that is Coupie-ev. He's ran at him and he scored superbly. Felix Abatis changing into the open stance, trying to change it, but what a back kick to shut the door on the end of that round. Abatis eats it, takes it well. 19-point gap. Sufficient. Georgi Coupie-ev gets it done in double quick time. Well, you don't get paid for overtime. Credit to Felix Abatis, a nice smile from him. And that quarter-final came so close to getting towards the medals, and this time the athletes embrace. They were all business before, all smiles now. But is Georgi Coupie-ev going to be smiling at the end? Well, we get to find out when the medal matches kick off as we move towards it now. Well, here we go. Back on the mat and ready for action. 3 more matches to go to complete this session. And just to let you know, they will include Kim-hun of Korea, Yasamar Samani of Turkey, and also Amy Truesdale of Great Britain against Nara-money Gulen-off. That will complete the session. So for Great British fans watching on the BBC, Amy Truesdale on her way in a few matches' time. This matchup here, Nishan Omer-Ali from Kazakhstan against Ahmad Nara-money. Kazakhstan against Iran. So the running order: Kazakhstan against Iran, then we should have Russia against the USA, Korea against Turkey, and the session will be completed with Great Britain against Uzbekistan. And then we will come back for the final session. Kazakhstan against Iran underway. Good back leg turning kick there. Both men shipping some real punishment. Omer-Ali with the lead. Nara-money with the centre of the mat, tries with the front leg to the body. Good jumping back kick on the outside there from the Kazakh fighter. Omer-Ali on the back foot, big back leg turning kick there, jumps up into the turning kick there, does the Kazakh fighter. Nara-money narrowly finds a shot on the way through there. I'm very impressed so far by the composure of the Kazakh, just standing strong, looking for spaces. Into the last stages now of the opening round. Omer-Ali looking good here. Omer-Ali against Nara-money. Into the last minute of the second round here. Omer-Ali rallying to get himself back into this one. Started off strongly. Those big back leg turning kicks have been expertly delivered. Seven each. Too close to call this one. Nara-money pulling himself forward, shuffling in, keeping it close distance. Back leg, what a shot there from Omer-Ali. Jumps up with the back leg, lands it cleanly. Omer-Ali and Nara-money sharing a real epic battle here, and the judges having a little conversation. Omer-Ali does indeed get the extra point for the back kick and puts him back into a, well, I would say a commanding lead, but Ahmad Nara-money of Iran has worked hard here to keep himself involved. Well, a good conclusion there. 3-point gap. Well, here we go in the third and potentially final round. It is closely poised though. A 3-point gap. Omer-Ali against Nara-money. We could go into the golden score. Big back leg attempt there. Ahmad Nara-money. That's a better technique against the back kick style of Omer-Ali. Get the push kick going and pushes himself back in there with that body shot. 12-9, all to play for. Well, make that 12-11. A minute and a point separates. I'll make it 2 for the Gamjon. Well, we did mention it could go to the golden score, and lo and behold, it's come to pass. Who's going to make it through in this? Impossible to separate them down the stretch there. Well, here we go. First man to score will be into the Para Worlds, into the semi-finals. Omer-Ali. Back leg turning kick from Nara-money, almost scoring on the inside there. Kazakhstan or Iran for the semis, the men's heavyweight grouping. Oh, big powerful shot there from Omer-Ali. Nara-money did so well to pull himself back into the Iranian, but advancing to the semi-final. What a performance in the end. Nishan Omer-Ali. It's a nice victory indeed. Winner on golden score, Nishan Omer-Ali of Kazakhstan. Well, Yasar Gökbaba from Turkey against Kim-hun of Korea. Kim-hun just using the head there, just trying to fake and motion, trying to intimidate, to draw Gökbaba forward. Instead he slips to the mat, falls foul of the ref and the Gamjon, and that will suit the counter style of Yasar Sami Gökbaba of Turkey. He loves to draw his opponent in. Both men in the plus 75 kilogram category. In the K42 classification, and Gökbaba has that slight lead here, stepping forward, big back leg turning kick. Kim-hun loses his momentum and indeed his bearings for a moment, and it is a big bearing on the scoreboard. Gökbaba pulls himself 5-0 into the lead, and he's good value for it so far, the Turk. The Korean came in as the favourite, but Yasar Sami Gökbaba very much in the ascendancy. Gökbaba, good value for this. Kim-hun trying to fight his way back into it. Well, the first round in the books, 9 points shared, and the lion's share of those going to Gökbaba. Turk has taken a tumble to the Koreans' tactics, scored resolutely and clearly. Baba with the 7-point gap now, beginning to pull away from Kim-hun. Trying to stay though, ironically enough, in the close distance. But it's not close on the score at the moment. A minute left. Kim-hun trying to summon up some sort of energy here. Baba eyeballing Kim-hun, looking for any sort of reaction. The Turk refusing to come forward. Quite rightly so, enjoying a sizable advantage at the moment. Well, he's done tremendously well. Kim-hun though finds a couple of good, well, make that 3 turning kicks in a row. Baba fires one in under the guard. Kim-hun has done well in this second round to try and restore some sort of parity. That head fake again, trying to draw Baba forward, but the Turk is very, very patient indeed, biding his time and closing out that second round. 16-10 to Turkey. Kim-hun on form here. Well, here we go. A crucial third round now. Kim-hun points down. Yasser Sami Baba has the ascendancy, trying to draw the Korean forward. Good twisting kick attempt there from Kim-hun, well avoided by Baba, who's on the back foot, shuffles round, doesn't give away the Gamjon. Good footwork from the Turk. Good counter there, landed it nice and clean, pops another one under. Oh, Yasser Sami Baba has been excellent here as we go into the last 30 seconds. Both men have shared a real top quality battle, but it is the Turk that's got the tactics right so far. Kim-hun tries to charge across the ring, thought about the flying side kick. Well, credit to him, he's fought to the end, has the Korean. But it looks like it's going to be a bronze medal for Kim-hun, as he will bow out at the semi-finals, and it will be, despite the Gamjon, Yasser Sami Baba of Turkey, richly deserving of that win, and he is into the World Championship final. Top class from Baba. Credit to Kim-hun, bronze medal for Korea. I think you could see and hear what it means. Oh, super stuff from Baba. Well, great British interest is gathered and focused on Amy Truesdale. in Uzbekistan. I'm sure the Tashkent faithful will be cheering on Naimova Gulen-off. Well, here we go in the semi-final, the plus 58 kilogram female grouping. The K44 classification. As both fighters, well, they're going to give a little body armour test here. Amy Truesdale of Great Britain, she's in blue. Naimova Gulen-off. Well, adjust that for you there. It's Great Britain against Naimova Gulen-off, not Gokbava. Gokbava, of course, just victorious there. Amy Truesdale starting off nicely here. Amy Truesdale scoring cleanly there. And again, lands in another 2-point shot to the body, of course. Electronic sensors on the socks. And sensing trouble here. Well, it is Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan, not Gokbava of Turkey. But it doesn't matter who Truesdale is up against. She is on form here. Good push kick on the way through there. Amy Truesdale looking confident. A little bit low with that kick there. And yep, referee spots it sharp-eyed. And it's been a sharp start for Great Britain's Amy Truesdale. 20 seconds left in a good opening period. Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan, 7-1 down. And it makes pretty good viewing at the moment from Amy Truesdale. There's a good body shot in response though from Naimova Gulen-off. Well, here we go with the second round. Amy Truesdale of Great Britain against Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan. Some little technical problems with the scoreboards. But no problems for Amy Truesdale. She's kept her tactics, she's got her timing right, and she's landed another little two-pointer under the guard there, and Gulen-off slips over. And it could be all over for her. The Gamjon extends it to 7. Back leg turning kick lands nicely from Truesdale. Para World Championship semi-final here at the Copper Box in London. A very healthy crowd, enjoying a very healthy lead at the moment for Amy Truesdale. But you cannot rule out Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan. The fighter in red just trying to find some sort of way through here, and that will help her. The Gamjon cuts it to 6. But Truesdale just going through the gears here, taking her time. She's ranked world number 1, but this would be her maiden World Championship title if she can get through this semi-final, and it is a big if. Gulen-off likes to come on strong. Tries with the spin kick. That would be a 3-point kick. As we reach the last 30 seconds of round 2. Truesdale managing the distance and manages to score a nice little 2-pointer. Ten-point gap now in favour of the young British fighter. Amy Truesdale in fine form here, and not got her problems to seek at the moment. Naimova Gulen-off. Well, it's been a very good second round for Amy Truesdale. Throws out the back kick. And will she get the extra point added? Andrew Deere, the Great Britain coach, is straight up. And he's asking for the extra point to be added. And that's going to give Amy Truesdale an even plumper cushion to rest upon in between the gap on the second and third round. Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan. Well, she doesn't have her problems to seek here, and she's got very little time in which to try and get back into it. And Amy Truesdale beginning just to step on the gas here. She's done it in every match so far. As she creeps towards the World Championship final, her first ever. Last minute instructions from Andrew Deere, the Great Britain coach. We can just have a little conversation here. There's Thomas Bossert just standing up, the man with the official written on the back of his jacket. He has also noticed that it is Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan, not Gökbaba of Turkey. And Barbara Marion, who's the Canadian, well, official, so to speak, on the left of the screen, trying to make sure that whether they change, the scoreboard won't change, only the names. Only the names will be changed to protect the innocent, but anything but so far from Truesdale. It's been composed, it's been professional, and I think they may just let it run. Well, it may be a little bit of an indignity, and unfortunate for Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan. And lessons to learn for the people in charge of the technology and the scoreboards, but no lessons to be learned so far for Truesdale. She's picked them all up in training as she picks up another 4 points. A great opening salvo, and if she can get a 20-point gap, and that gam jaunt will help, then she will end this one in double quick time and move on to the Para World Championship final. Big back kick attempt there from Truesdale, just gets the distance slightly off. Will this one go the distance as we creep towards the last minute here? Gulen-off, great credit to her, trying to battle. Truesdale covering. Can she cover herself in World Championship glory here? She's on the cusp of the final. And it's such a measured and professional performance. Doesn't want to go too quick too soon, saving a little bit for the final. Gulen-off, Nachmanov will take a gam jaunt. And it is 23-4 now. We don't have to judge the score, just the names. But one name that will be added to the Para World Championship final will be Amy Truesdale. And she's shown great variation and great strength. Now she's done it tremendously well, has Amy Truesdale. Great credit to Gulen-off Naimova of Uzbekistan. She may be the fighter without the name, but she's done herself and her country great credit in this engrossing semi-final. The running repairs to the bandages on the leg. Yep, the referee doing the right thing there. I'm very impressed with the referees. They've made sure that the safety of the fighters is paramount. But paramount in the mind of Amy Truesdale will be the World Championship final, and she just shrugs it off. Another day at the office. You train hard and fight easy. And she's going through the gears here. Amy Truesdale, top class competitor, and she's going to run the clock down, and she will be in the World Championship final. More than meritorious of that victory. Amy Truesdale from Great Britain has a chance to go for Para World Championship gold. With the bronze medal, Naimova Gulen-off of Uzbekistan, but it is Truesdale by quite a margin. and great quality into that final, which will be with us later on in the evening session. And we'll give you an update as to the times. We've had a few technical snafus, a few little issues. But one person who is on track is Truesdale. Well, confirmation if it were needed. Amy Truesdale into the World Para Championship final here in the Copper Box in London. And she's been going in great form all the way through. So there are 3 more matches within this session, and then we will be back for the finals. So if you're part of the Amy Truesdale army, you've got lots to cheer about. Will she have more to cheer in the final? You will of course have to complete the other semi-finals to find out who she will fight against. And just to give you a little look at what's coming up, we should have Laura Schell against Raji Amarkech of Morocco, followed by Madi Pour-Rahnama of Iran against Vladimir Feyfan-off of Russia. What a fight that's going to be. Izel Dabirov and Georgi, both Russians, will complete our semi-final offering. And we are guessing it could be around 6 p.m. when that session comes to a close. And then we will be back shortly thereafter for the final. The final session, that is, complete with all the finals for your entertainment. So this session will continue, and it will be France against Morocco. Laura Schiel against Raji Acha-match. And that will be the plus 58 kilogram. Well, the athletes are ready. Hopefully the electronic protector is as well. And it is okay. All systems go. A customary show of respect there. Lara Schiel against Raji Acha-match. Acha-match, more than a match so far for Schiel. Overreaches with the back leg turning kick, the French fighter in blue. She's got very good accuracy as Raji Acha-match. We saw that in her quarter-final. And also patience too. Patience a virtue, as well we've said to you already, or I've said to you. Thanks for hanging in there with the couple of delays. It is the first time for the Para World Championships to have this level of TV exposure, event organisation. So lots to learn, I'm sure, and lots to improve upon. And improving upon her score is Acha-match. Pour-Rahnama. Pour-Rahnama. Yes. Okay, good luck. Luby. Well, Acha-match has a very commanding lead here at the moment. Is it going to prove insurmountable for Laura Schiel? The French fighter doesn't want to settle for a World Championship bronze, as credit-worthy as that is. She still has ambitions to go further. Tries to come forward. Takes a Gamjon though for the low leg on the way through. Nice back leg turning kick, lands cleanly. Acha-match sustaining that dominance and extending it there. Nice shot to the body. Acha-match against Shell, and Acha-match, well, she's proving too good for La Rochelle at the moment. Just having a little chat off mic, maybe you picked it up, just trying to decipher exactly when the matches are going to commence for the final session. But we're into the final stages of this engrossing semi-final match. Acha-match of Morocco, good value for this strong lead. So a 20-point gap now. Acha-match from Morocco has La Rochelle where she wants her. And the next match after this one will be Pour-Rahnama of Iran against Vladimir Feyfan-off of Russia. So plenty to stick around for. It's the last semi-final. This one the penultimate semi-final. So just getting confirmation for you there. 18:45 will be the first final. 18:45, so 6 o'clock break, 1800-hour break. And then 18:45 the first final. And that will be contested by Amy Truesdale. And the winner of Acha-match against Shell. In the moment, it's Acha-match, the Moroccan. More than a match for Shell. Credit to the French fighter, she's hanging on in there. Back leg turning kicks there from Shell. Well, it's a massive gap, and it's been well earned all the way through. Raji Acha-match, she's going to add another point to that total. La Rochelle takes the Gamjon, and she is deservedly defeated. Gave it all. La Rochelle will take bronze for France, but on to the final, to the delight of the Moroccan. Raji Acha-match. She will go against Great Britain's Amy Truesdale in the first final of the evening session, which will be at 18:45. We have one more semi-final for your entertainment, and it will be a cracker. Madi Pour-Rahnama of Iran against Vladimir Feyfan-off of Russia. This one to decide who's going into the under 75 kilogram men's final. Pour-Rahnama against Feyfan-off. Iran against Russia. Pour-Rahnama starting strongly with that back leg turning kick. The 2-point lead extends now on the way up. Feyfan-off tries with the back kick, lands low though, and it's a sore one. And he will need the injury timeout. Good speed from the medical team. Just at the top of the thigh and the groin as well. Not much fun to get kicked, but the motivation of the final. Well, we know he is the 3-time world champion. He's made of tough stuff. He gives the thumbs up to the medical support staff. Referee checking both men are okay to continue. Gamjon for the low kick. Unintentional, still stings a bit though. This one, of course, the last match of this session. Will be back at 18:45. Who's going to be back with us? Is it Feyfan-off? Is it Pour-Rahnama? Pour-Rahnama at the moment with that 5-point gap. We'll make that 6 by virtue of another Gamjon. Good work from the referee, just making the scores are accurate. And it's been the accuracy so far of the Iranian as he shuffles round. Yeah, too much defensive footwork. I've been impressed with the referee so far. But the impressive scoring so far has been Pour-Rahnama. And 5-point gap into the last 10 seconds of the first round here. The final at stake. Lovely footwork there from Pour-Rahnama. Shifts back, lands the right leg counter, and lands himself a strong lead here. Well, Feyfan-off 7 points down against Madi Pour-Rahnama. So the finals that we have in the book so far, and in this order, will be 18:45, Amy Truesdale of Great Britain against Raji Acha-match, followed by Nishan Omer-Ali of Kazakhstan against Yasar Sami Golkaba of Turkey. And then, of course, well, who's going to be in the final? Feyfan-off of Pour-Rahnama, all to play for. Pour-Rahnama very comfortable in that open stance, just drawing in the back leg of Feyfan-off and drawing perhaps a gamjon. Yep, lifted the leg a little bit. The referee has a look at both. Well, fair enough. Thought it was an equal clash. And he's got the bird's eye view. A lovely little shot there from Pour-Rahnama. Finds a home for that back leg turning kick and finds himself even further in the lead. Last minute in the second round. It's the last action of this session. Pour-Rahnama covering up nicely, presenting as small a target as possible. Look at the footwork, just glides back there. And that's the most tiring kicks, the ones that you miss. Getting hit by your opponent, yeah, it's a blow to your morale, but missing shots, that takes away the energy in your legs. Pour-Rahnama's accuracy, last 10 in this one. Big back leg turning kick, well blocked on the way through. And Madi Pour-Rahnama, well, he came in as the form favourite. Vladimir Feyfan-off, of course, winner of the Pan American Championships. That Pan Am Open on the way into this one. But it's an open route through to the final at the moment for Iran's Madi Pour-Rahnama. Pour-Rahnama closing the distance again, lovely. Lands it clean as you like into the third round, and Feyfan-off, well, it's just too difficult for him. He was so good in the semi-finals, no shortage of aggression from the Russian. The tactics and timing of Madi Pour-Rahnama, well, he's the champion for a reason. Pour-Rahnama pouring on the style here. Vladimir Feyfan-off in all kinds of trouble. Into the last 30 seconds or so. And it's a strong lead, an insurmountable lead. Well, that will not help the chances of Madi Pour-Rahnama. Another low kick potentially. Well, he's made of tough stuff, is Madi Pour-Rahnama. And he's going to survive the onslaught there from Feyfan-off. Well, just a little bit of a overaction there from Pour-Rahnama, trying to kill some seconds on the clock. Takes a gamjon for it. It takes the steam out of the attack of the Russian, who's really trying to come forward, but it's the composure under pressure, the clarity of thinking in the distance, and sailing off into the distance at the moment by a wide margin. 13-point gap in the end. The Russian Feyfan-off, well, he's going to have to settle for a World Championship bronze. And Pour-Rahnama, well, he's 3 times world champion. Can he make it 4? Well, there's confirmation, and that completes the semi-final offerings here. Now, by my reckoning, it's just about 1800 hours, just shortly before. At 18:45, the finals will commence. If there's anything contrary to that, we'll obviously make an announcement. But as it stands, 18:45, do join us for the finals, where it will be kicking off with Amy Truesdale of Great Britain against Raji Acha-match of Morocco. But until then, enjoy a well-earned rest and look forward to the final session and, of course, the Grand Prix, which kicks off tomorrow. But it's all about the paras, and the finals await.